Hello and welcome to another episode of Interview with the Schizophrenia. I'm your host, Duncan Samuel Singer, and today I have the great pleasure of speaking with Riann in South Africa. Welcome to the show, Riann. How are you doing today?
Thank you very much, Duncan. I'm doing all right today. It's been a normal day, a normal Sunday so far, so everything is quite good. Thank you so much.
Are you affected by the COVID-19 in South Africa?
I am affected, yes. My workplace did do a few cutbacks and everything, and even with salary wise, my salary got cut, so it's kind of hard paying my debts and all of those things. So, but further, everything is fine.
Okay, let's say what I usually do is I ask how your mental health journey began. So we might be going back a few years. You talk about how it first appeared, how you reacted. Did you go to hospital? You know, how did you get diagnosed? That sort of thing. So if you'd like to talk about that.
Yeah, my story actually starts way back in my childhood. I am currently 26, but from childhood, I have very vivid memories of my childhood of paranormal experiences and everything. So the earliest memory for me is I woke up inside the ocean. I saw a beach in front of me, colorful umbrellas everywhere, people playing in the ocean and things. And I looked at myself and I wondered, why am I so red? But that was in my home language. So I asked myself, why am I so red? I walked along the beach. I saw a lifeguard house. I went in. I saw a couple having intercourse, and everything went black. And that's when the memory stops. And then the first dreams I've had is very weird dreams. Like I'm standing in front of two galaxies. I had to choose one of the two galaxies. Um, I I saw into the galaxies and I saw a planet with terrestrial creatures on it, and I wanted to go to it. And I went to the one that was the most interesting, and then basically I woke up and my dreams are very vivid. I can dream into the future. I experience time warps. Like I can give you an example. I was in the third grade. I was about 6, 7. About I dreamt about a classroom, going to school, see the kids, see the teacher in front, vivid colors, everything on the chalkboard. I'm turning around, I see a girl at the back, and I woke up. And a few years later, I transferred schools, and on my first day, that exam, that exactly the same dream, like deja vu, everything in exact detail happened again. So and that wasn't the first experience for me. And after that, I started to become a weird kid, like
Yeah.
I'm one of the strange kids. I don't fit in anywhere. Like I played rugby. I was on the first team. But as well as I could fit in with the jocks, I could fit in with the emo kids or their metalheads. I didn't have a place where I fit in into society. So on my journey on trying to find myself, I've been there's been a lot of twists and turns in that road, spiritually, with religion, my sexuality, everything just started to go haywire. And that brings us up until about 2012, where the symptoms really started. That's when I started to get paranoid, because people was like, they knew me, they know everything about me. So I was starting to get aggressive, but I got a girlfriend at the stage. I was about 18 years old, And she kind of helped me through it, but as well with some drug use here and there and some marijuana smoking, everything just got more intense. And I don't know the exact moment when it snapped, when everybody started hearing my thoughts. That's when everything went into panic mode. That's when I was concentrating on not to think naughty thoughts, bad thoughts, extreme thoughts. You know, I was very, very conscious on what I was thinking, and I couldn't control what I was thinking. If I see a person that might have the slightest flaw, right, and I will call them out on their flaw in inside my thoughts, and the reaction those people usually give me, there's always a little small reaction that triggers the entire hallucination. Sorry, I'm stuttering a bit. Um, and it went on and on and on until things turned very sexual. That is when I completely lost my mind from about 2013 till about 2015, where everybody, movies, television, music, radio, society, my family, people around me. As soon as I turn my back, or if I go somewhere private or something, everybody is having sex. It's like, what? It's like everybody's is having the funky time, you know. And as soon as I appear, everybody stops. Everybody's just like, "Hi, how are you?" And on the inside, I'm like, "I know what you're doing." I almost swore now. I know what you're doing, you guys. So can we please stop, or at least let me join in, you know? So it went on for a few years. Like music is very, very, very important in my life. Any genre, any language, any, I mean, like anything, as long as it speaks to me on the inner level, you know. So music, TV is, oh, it used to revolve around me. It's like I was in the moment. Every character, side character, main character, female character, male character, it was based on my life. Everything was based on my life. And that was about my life until 2014, 2015. That's when everything started to die down, and everything started to go very calm, and the voices started being nice to me, actually. So I was like, yeah, I can live with this. Just for clarity, I haven't used meds until 2016. So I was without meds throughout my entire life until 2016. Um, and everything was just very, very hectic, crazy. And the one day that made me snap was I did some drugs the night before, and I didn't sleep well, and everything just got to me, you know. And I snapped, and I told my father, "Listen, I'm going to start killing people if they don't start telling me the truth." And he was like, "What truth? What truth? What are you talking about?" And I told him, "The people, they can hear my thoughts. Why won't you tell me you can hear my thoughts and everything?" And I just went on and on and on, and I was starting to get angry. I told him I was gonna about to kill everybody I see. You know, it was very, very scary. And then he called a psychiatrist. He admitted me, and from there she put me on Solian, and from there the voices got nicer. I got a new girlfriend, and uh, no, excuse me, she actually took all the voices away. She gave me the blessing of no symptoms for about 4 years. And since the corona hit now, we separated. So I'm single again. I have nobody to keep my mind occupied. So everything is just returning back to normal. All the voices are starting again. The paranoia is starting again, and but at least the fits of rage, it's far from happening. I'm currently very happy in my life.
Okay, that's great, man. So, I mean, that's interesting. You said that your girlfriend took your symptoms away. I mean, do you know why that could be?
I thought about it, and I thought it was just that she kept my mind occupied. As Let me try and explain it. Every time I told her I'm starting to have symptoms, she was with me in the rehabilitation center. I met her there. She was there for depression and all sorts of other personal reasons, and I was there for substance abuse, uh, schizophrenia, and mild hallucinations. So we met in in the center, and we hit it off, and from there we just built on our relationship. And every time I told her, "Listen, I'm starting to hear the voices. They're not nice to me at this moment," and all she said the whole time is, "Stop thinking about it, pull yourself together, and get through this." And every time it freaking worked.
Because usually, if someone says that, you're not going to react well, are you? But when it's your
No,
girlfriend, it's different, right?
yeah, it's definitely different because I tried to tame myself every time she told me to calm down, get a hold of myself and everything. I was just like, okay, it's time to calm down. Everything is all right. Nothing is happening. I can go on. So
Okay, so yeah, it's obviously when your girlfriend tells you snap out of it. There's a level of trust there. There's a level of love there. So it's easier for you to listen and to really believe in yourself. I think.
yeah, in the first night I met her in the rehabilitation center. We were lounging on a couch, watching TV, and we was swapping war stories, you know. And I told
Okay.
her, everybody can hear my thoughts, and I'm so paranoid. Somebody's going to do something one of these days. I'm so paranoid. And she told me in a calm voice, "I can't hear your thoughts." And that was the moment I snapped. That was really the moment I pulled everything together and says, "Wow, this may be something real, you know. Something can happen from this. Maybe I can get better
Yeah.
if I'm constantly around her, or do something about it. Make this woman my wife, you know." And I was slowly in the progress. I'm trying to make her my wife. We were engaged and everything until the corona hit, and then we went our separate ways. But
Okay.
that's
Fine.
that's a different story.
Okay. I just want to quickly divert into another area. At the
Yes,
beginning, you're talking about your dreams, and you were having some predictive dreams. Do
indeed.
you have any spiritual beliefs which explain those dreams, or what do you? How do you see that? How do you explain that?
I, what I can explain from those dreams, I explained what I had, and that one memory about the beach. That's actually a memory. That's something I had before I told everybody I knew, before I started using drugs, before the symptoms started and everything. I told everybody I am reincarnated from another galaxy. So I did try and explain everybody, like, listen, I have supernatural powers. I can travel through time as well because of this and this and this, and nobody believes me. But I know the truth. I don't need anybody to believe me, as long as I believe myself. And in a spiritual sense, I do believe I am a god in a man's body.
Okay.
I have tried writing scriptures and my own Bible and things like that. But every single year it changes to something different as soon as I learn something new in science, or something like that. So, excuse me. So at the current moment, I believe everything is true to some sense. Like, I'm sorry, I hate it when I stutter. Religions, in all religions are true to some extent. The old gods are aliens, and aliens are gods. And I believe my soul is one of them. I'm just trapped in a human body. I just have to accept that. So, so basically, I'm a man living on a planet and enjoying myself to my fullest extent.
Because my own spiritual beliefs, you know, they allow for what you're saying as well. So, I do believe that we are much more magnificent in the spirit world than when we are incarnate on earth in a human body. But it's the human experience. It's here that we're here to learn. We're here to experience life on earth, and it's something. It's an education for us. I think
Definitely, definitely.
I think that's what is going on. Okay, so what do you said you're working? How's your work? How do you find how's that
Um,
going with your you're also diagnosed with MS, so you're dealing with a couple of diagnoses here. How do you how do you cope with that?
um, to be honest, with my MS, I do need to inject myself every second day, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I need to inject myself so the little my antibodies doesn't attack my thin sheath of brain covering. That's the word. I lost the word now, so I'm trying to explain what's happening inside my brain. But anyway, work was well until the symptoms started, and it was very very hard for me to go to work by myself. I am an autoclave technician, which means I maintain and service sterilizers in the theaters and CSSDs of hospitals. So it was very difficult in the beginning when my symptoms really started showing. It was like everybody is looking at me, mocking me. I don't know what I'm doing. Why am I even here? And that was very hard for me. And I actually tried to kill myself. So I believe I succeeded in killing myself. If you would like some details on how I tried it,
So when did this happen?
I think it was in about 2013 or
Okay,
2014.
fine.
That's when the peak of my symptoms started with my paranoid schizophrenia. And I tried to kill myself in my car by wrapping the seatbelt around my neck, driving driving till about 100 k's per hour. That's about 60 miles, I believe, and just slamming on the brakes, right? And I did do that. And when I came to, I was still in my car, safety belt around my neck, music playing, speaking tongues. The music was speaking tongues to me, and
Okay.
the few words I could make out is how wonderful was the colors. And that's when I went black. I came home. I was still I was just out of my teens, and I was still living with my parents. And I came home. I asked my mother why it was everything again. Why aren't you telling me the truth? Why are you hiding the facts from me? Why, and why? And I locked myself inside my room. So after that, everything went silent for a bit, and that's when we fast forward until 2016. I got my meds, I got diagnosed, and everything just started looking brighter.
Okay, so in the green room we were just chatting, and you said that your voices were going a bit crazy. Why don't you talk about that?
Um, I like to smoke marijuana. All right,
Okay.
and marijuana is a very intense spiritual, religious experience for me every time I smoke it. So so after I smoke it, it's like everything becomes alive, and I can see messages, hear messages in everything, besides the voices over. over all the background noises. Like I have headphones on now, and I can hear chatter outside of the headphones. You know. So,
Mm.
but they were very excited in speaking with you, trying to tell the story I have in the best in the best degree that I can tell it. Unfortunately, I do have some speech impediments, so that's quite difficult getting my messages across. But that's all right. I'm living with this speech impediments now since 2012.
Okay.
So my early childhood years of my teen years, at the end of my teen years. I'm so sorry. Excuse me. It's a
It's
bit.
okay, man.
Um, it was very, very, very difficult from 2012. I was very, very paranoid. It was terrible. I lost all my friends. I don't have any friends because I actually alienated them
Yeah.
because they were conspiring against me. They were planning on murdering me. So I tried as fast as I could to alienate them because I was afraid of my life.
Okay.
So I really tried to avoid conflict situations. And that one instance in 2014, 2016, it was very, very, very hard for me because I don't know what people actually are, because it's very scary sometimes. The hallucinations can get so vivid that I can see and hear people talk about me, their lips moving in synchronization with the words I'm hearing inside of my head.
Sorry.
So yeah, so it's quite difficult believing people sometimes when they try to tell me stuff, and I struggle really hard talking.
How do you feel? Do you feel that the support, the medical and therapeutic support that you get in your local area, how do you feel about that? Is it good enough? Are you getting the support? Because I think it's probably not going to be good enough. But why don't you
No,
talk about that?
to be honest, in South Africa, the mental health side of hospitals
Healthcare.
and healthcare. Thank you so much for the word. I
Yeah.
lost the word. Thank you so much. Yes, the mental health side of healthcare in South Africa is very, very, very under par. It's um it's really terrible. My doctor didn't actually diagnose me. She only gave me my Solian and told me this should help with the voices. That's all she told me. I needed to do my own research on what do I actually have, how I need to treat it and everything. And it turns out the medicine she gave me, my mate's Solian, is is the correct medicine she gave me, but she never diagnosed me. You know. So
Okay.
they are very, very. I
Hit and
can't
miss.
find the in a mess. Everything is just in a
Yeah.
mess in in this
Mm.
country in general. So, but the healthcare side is also a bit nuts.
Okay, man.
So yeah.
Okay. Is there anything, we're sort of coming up to time now. So I'm just wondering, is there anything else you would like to tell me which we haven't covered?
Um, I think I covered everything, but I was a bit disorganized in telling my story. That's all.
Okay, cool. One
Yeah.
last question then. How do you feel about the stigma and have you been discriminated against? Because I'm really, I really want to educate people, and show that, we're just normal people, we're suffering, and we want equal rights. We don't want to
Yeah.
be discriminated. How do you feel about that?
um, with the healthcare, it's a bit uh old school, as I can say. We're still living in the olden days. All the doctors are old, so they are quite they're already set in their ways. as I can say it like that, because they don't actually
Okay.
try to help you with anything, to be honest. So they're really just pathetic, in my words. So that's my opinion on that. Yeah.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. What about like your friends and family and your workplace? Have you experienced? Well, you've already said about your friends that you lost some friends. What about your workplace? Have you experienced any discrimination there?
Oh no, not at all. Not at all. Everybody is very supportive. They crack jokes sometimes. Um, so it's fine. I'm like the schizo guy at work. So they poke fun at me, but
Okay,
I
that's
don't take
great.
offense to it. So I don't take offense to it. I actually
That's
love it
great.
on the one side. They acknowledge me. So yeah.
Okay. Okay, cool. It was really good listening to you today, Ryan. I think I think you're only 26. Um, your journey, I
Yeah.
think you've been through the chronic phase, so you things can work out pretty well for you, and hopefully that you get a good sense of recovery. You know, you just got to keep working at it, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Um, but yeah, so it's great to hear your story. What type of music do you like?
Like I said, I like all sorts of genres. The only thing that
Yeah.
stands out is some Viking metal and
Okay.
some normal trance music. That is the soft spot. Yeah,
Okay, cool. Anyway, thanks. I really appreciate um, you telling your story to the world because this podcast is accessible to anybody who's got an internet connection. So
yeah,
and it would be a pleasure for me maybe next year if you'd like to come back and tell us how you're getting on. That would be fantastic as well. Um, so thank you very much. Okay, cool. Okay.